to it. They say immunization of extremely low birth weight infants in the neonatal intensive care unit is associated with adverse effects. This is a Journal of American Medical Association. They say it includes fever, apnea, bradycardia, in the immediate post-immunization period. And then they go to say these adverse events present a diagnostic dilemma for physicians, whether or not they're going to give the injection, the vaccination or not. And as you point out in their conclusion, they go ahead and say, well, let's go ahead and do it because we can't see any difference between single and combination vaccines. So let's just go ahead and do this regardless of the health issues. And so, when we had you on the first time, we were talking about informed consent because we have bills all across the country lining up to take away our informed consent as patients. And of course, nurses are people, they're patients at certain times as well. And their informed consent and being in the workforce is also very important. But then we move to this issue of first doing no harm, consciously exposing babies to harm because they have to follow this vaccination schedule. Speak to us about what you see happening in ethics across the country in the practice of medicine.
I think first do no harm is gone. Personal consent is gone. We are all a protocol. We should all line up and be herded through. I'm shocked at this study. I know what goes on. I'm absolutely shocked that it's okay to publish this.
Yeah.
They're kind of standing out there with their pants and their boxers around their ankles, completely clueless that they're flashing the whole nation right now.
There are mandatory vaccines being put out legislatively across this country. So the public needs to wake up. The medical community needs to wake up. We need to understand they have no liability. They have no ethical constraints. They will do whatever the vaccine companies tell them to do. That's their marching orders, isn't it?
It is. And we also have a federal bill that's been filed out of Florida. This has never been a federal bill or federal issue before. Technically, it's unconstitutional for this to be a federal issue, but I think we all know we have plenty of laws being passed on a federal level that are unconstitutional. So I just want all the parents to pay attention. I want all those parents that have sat in the NICU and been given coercive rhetoric about why they should vaccinate, which, by the way, was the only thing I was taught regarding vaccines in my graduate degree was coercive rhetoric, not actually any other factual information. But I want them to see this study and say, hey, that was me. And yep, my kid did that. Or if you're sitting in the NICU and your kid's ready for vaccination, that you have proof. They always want you to show the science. Well, they handed it to you. You better hand it right back to them.
Yeah, absolutely.